Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this lesson, we are going to solve a few questions. So, my first question is about transversals, angles formed by transversal. And when you see this and this parallel to each other, so you extend this one here and this one here, or you could do for the bottom two. Indeed, there are a few ways to solve this type of questions, not just one. But I prefer to use this one. So extend this. So according to transversals, so when we have like this parallel, this line is going to be transversal by the way, and this is going to be the same. And the same thing here too, as they are parallel to each other. When you extend this and this parallel to each other. See, in geometry, you should not hesitate to draw some lines or maybe extra other shapes, sometimes from there to there, and you make like triangle, etc. You should not hesitate it. When you need to just start or draw something, especially the shape questions. And then what I do from here to there is going to be 180, and here to there is going to be 180. So that will give me y plus 111 equals to 180, and then you leave the unknown alone this to the as subtraction, and y is going to be 69 degrees. And you do the same thing for this one too. X plus 56 equals to 180, and then you take this to the other side as subtraction. X is going to be 180 minus 56, 120. Let's have a look at this question. So we have a zigzag rule, means that the angles of this, the sum of angles of this side and this side the same. We deal with the small angles, by the way, and there is one angle there, m. M is going to be this plus this. So I can find the value of this and this from vertical angles. If this is 40, this should be 42. 50, 52. So now what I told you, this will be sum of this and this, which is 40 plus 50. That means m is going to be 90 degrees. And then the same question, I mean the same type of questions. Remember I told you do not hesitate to draw those lines, extend those lines. You draw it, extend it. And then what I say, so I say the sum of this angle, if there are some angles there, there is one angle there, deal with one angle by the way, and the sum of this one, they are going to be the same. This direction and this direction. So I can find this and this from 180 already because this and this they are straight angle. So from 180, this one is going to be 180 minus 125, which is going to give me 55. And then from 180 minus 130, this is going to be 50. Then x equals to 50 plus 55. This is going to give you 105 degrees. All right, so now let's have a look at another question, which is this. So sometimes students are confusing this type of questions. Remember what I told you, when you have like this transverse, this parallel lines, means you are going to think about rules of transversal. So according to rules of transversal, see this line and these lines are different. So I'm going to think about them separately. Now, according to this line, this angle and this angle are the same. Means y plus 30 equals to 59. And then the same story for this one too. These and these angles are the same. 3x plus 30 equals to 120. And then you leave the unknown alone for both of them. This to the subtraction, y is going to be 29. This the subtraction, that's going to be 3x equals to 90, and then this the division, x is going to be 30. Let's have a look at this question. Another transversal angle formed by transversal question is this. So what I told you, the small angle plus the small angle equals to this one. Don't deal with the big angles. If you deal with this side big angle, you need to deal with this big angle and this big angle. But the same thing, see, there is this one parallel to each other and this line, and there is a zigzag. Doesn't matter how many zigzags you have. There can be one, two, three, doesn't matter. Some of angles which are looking at this side, can be right side, up, down, the shape can rotate, it doesn't matter. And this side the same. So I can find this one from here, which is 40. And then this one I can find from here is 180 minus 50, which is 30. So then this plus this equals to this. So 4x minus 30 equals to 40 plus 30, which is going to be 4x minus 30 equals to 70. And then I'm going to leave the unknown alone. This to the as addition, that will be 4x equals to 70 plus 30, 100. And this to the division, x is going to be 25. And this type of questions, so even here you can have a few methods to solve this question. I'm going to choose one of the easiest one. I extend this one, and then I use zigzag, rule of zigzag, because this and this parallel to each other. So in the question not given normally AB parallel to DA. All right. And then what I do, so remember the sum of this and this angle will be this angle equal to rule of zigzag. And then I can find here from straight angle 180 minus 80, which is going to be 100 here. X is going to be 100 plus 30, which is going to be 130. It's easier. So as I said, you can use too many different methods for this question. For example, you can draw another line like this. You could say this is 100 and this is 102, and this is 30, this is 32, and X is going to be the sum of them 130. You could extend this one or this one. Too many methods. You could extend this one. Too many methods, but I should try to show you the easiest one. Okay, this type of questions. The same thing, extend lines, extend lines. Now, this and this will be the same. All right, we say this and this the same, 125, 125. And I can find here as 80. Let me write like this because it doesn't fit there. And here, let me write like this, 45. Because it's going to 180 minus 125, 180 minus 100. And then x plus 80 plus 55 is going to be 180. The sum of interior angles of triangle is 180. Plus 180. So I add these angles to each other, which is going to give me x plus 135 equals to 180. And this to the subtraction, x is going to give you 45 degrees. And this is the last question for our review. So you do the same story. Remember I told you just extend there, find here 180 minus 130, which is going to be 50. And then remember rule of zigzag. See the in the question is given this and this parallel to each other. X plus 50 equals to 100. X plus 50 equals to 100. And then this to the subtraction, x is going to be 50. See how much is easy there. So don't need to confuse yourself. So just try to use simple methods, and then you will see you're going to get the answers. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching the video. Bye.